Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the AFC Wimbly Womblys, who today are taking on Cardiff City. They play in red, but their hearts are blue, just like ours. Their terrible owner made them change their symbol from the bluebirds to a red dragon. But in real life, Cardiff City now play in blue again. Because it turns out that fans are more important than owners, something that AFC Wimbledon has learned. There's our new hero in his first game. It's Key. Some people say he's going to be the key to our success this year, Meredith. Some people say that he's going to be the key that unlocks the Cardiff City defense. We shall see. See, there's a rhyme. I'm very pleased with myself. Today I'm going to talk about who should be president of the United States of America in 2016. Actually, 2017. Barack Obama will be president for all of 2016. We're third in the table. As you can see, we are like 13 points behind Manchester United. Been a tough run for us, but we just need to have an amazing last part of the season here. That's the key. So, oh, I did it by accident. I love Key so much, and I can't stop talking about him. There's Frankenstein on the ball, very briefly on the ball. And Correa. Key's not being quite as aggressive as I'd like. I'd like to see some aggression from my central midfielders. No reason to hold up play. There you go. Yes, nope, not a good pass, but not a bad idea. I liked it as a concept. So, something that most people don't think about is that Barack Obama will still be president for all of 2016, and it is currently 2015, and yet we are still talking about get there, John Green! We are still talking about who should be president because it's the United States, and our election cycles last longer than 10,000 years. I mean, there are civilizations that have risen and fallen in the time that it takes the United States to choose who should be our president for 4 years. So that, by the way, is because it is in the best interest of all of the actual financial stakeholders in the American political process for it to take as long as possible and be as expensive as possible, especially the news media. I can tell you this from personal experience because we budget differently in our company, like with Crash Course and SciShow. Nice job passing out of the back, like people with courage do. We budget Crash Course and SciShow differently, fundamentally differently in election years because we have like almost twice as much ad revenue because there are just so many elections. And there are so many people running political ads, and you can basically charge whatever you want for them. They're amazing, except that they're really yes! Oh, you can't hear me? I'm singing your name, John Green. He gives it all for the team. Upon his mustache, we're keen. Bald John Green. It's a beautiful day to be alive, my friends. Look at that. Who is that on the ball? Just taking it and doing what they want with it. It's great to see. I mean, I feel like since the addition of Key in our central midfield, we've been a completely different team here in the first half of our first game with Key. Even though he hasn't, I don't think, touched the ball, I just feel like we've been different, you know? It's hard to explain. It's a deep down feeling. Oh, Frankenstein dribbling the ball. His touch is a little bit too heavy. There he is, our new hero. There we go. So it makes sense that the presidential elections are so long from a financial perspective, but not really from a overall quality of discourse in America perspective, where it seems to be not at all good. Like instead of talking about, for instance, the refugee crisis that's resulting from the civil war in Syria, or even the nuclear deal with Iran, we're spending a tremendous amount of time talking about Donald Trump, a man who is not going to be president and who is a clown. And I don't mean that in an insulting way at all. I mean that he is a clown. It's just the noun that would describe his candidacy is clown. And I think that, you know, he sort of knows that he's a clown, who's kind of, you know, been brought out to distract the bulls until we can get the proper presidential election going. But it's I don't know. It's kind of discouraging how easily we can be distracted from talking about, big and difficult and complicated problems like the refugee crisis. That's a result of the Syrian civil war. And Correa just not quite fast enough. Tell you what, if Key had been on that ball, it would have been a whole different ball of wax. You know what? I have to say that I actually appreciate that Key's playing a little more defensively than I expected him to. Oh, not a great pass, but it was a good idea, Dicko. I like the idea. We're almost at the first half, and so far I have only complained about people who are not going to be president instead of talking about the people who I actually think might be president. I think that the best person we could choose for the job right now is probably like someone who's quite experienced and fairly has like a history of being fairly moderate. I don't think I think that there is I'm not an overall terribly moderate person, but I think there's something nice about a moderate president. This president's got to work with a lot of different people. He's got more convening power than he does actual power. So I'd pick somebody along the lines of like Supreme Court Justice Elena Kagan. I think or even Sonia Sotomayor. But I think Elena Kagan would be, of the people currently living in the United States eligible for the presidency, I think Elena Kagan would be my ideal president. Somebody with a good understanding of the law, lots of experience working with lots of different kinds of groups, but no proper experience being a full-time politician who, basically has to be better at raising money than other people. I would pick Elena Kagan to be president if I could just pick one person. But she's not going to run because she already has this great job being a Supreme Court justice. And I don't blame her. It's a good gig. It's good work if you can get it. Who is going to run? Probably Hillary Clinton is going to keep running. I think Joe Biden will probably run on the Democrat side, which probably is good it's good. It's good to have more people included in the conversation. Dicko was almost released, but it just wasn't a very good ball from Bald John Green. You got to say that you expected a little bit balder and a little bit John Greenier when Bald John Green is releasing a pass with his patented Y button. We're going to just take a look. Is Bald John Green tired? Maybe that's the problem. Well, I'll tell you who's tired. The dagger. You know what that means, Meredith. It's time for Ginger McShane to come on. Oh, they say he is... And Key's a little tired. That's disappointing. Guess I've been making him run. I'm thinking that I'm gonna bring on Kelvin. I feel like it's getting hot in here. And Kelvin is a way of measuring that. I don't know. I'm still working on my Kelvin puns. I hate your haircut. It disgusts me. Still working on them. Do you like mohawks? But if there was a guy with that haircut, would it bother you? It would bother you, yeah. It would totally bother me. If my son had that haircut, it would bother me. If my daughter or son were dating someone with that haircut, it would bother me a little bit. Not least because they're 5 and 2. I think they're too young to be dating. I've made this point to them repeatedly. Henry's already announced who he's going to marry. And I'm just like, Henry, it's not an emergency. You're 5. Oh, that's not a bad ball! Oh, Kelvin almost got on the end of that, Meredith. He's a smaller man, Kelvin, but he's all heart. He's all courage and fire, but also cold. He's interesting that way. Yeah, and then I think on the Republican side, some sort of traditional Republican candidate. Get there, Kelvin! You gotta, Dicko. That was Dicko. Dicko, you gotta run for those balls. Context is everything. Yeah, I think it'll probably be... I don't think it'll be Jeb Bush because I just don't think he's... Right now, at least, it doesn't seem like he can get any momentum going with his campaign. Wouldn't be that surprised to see Mitt Romney turn out that he does want to run. But I think that I think it'll be someone more like Marco Rubio or somebody along those lines. It could be Jeb. Could be Jeb! Exclamation point. That's his. I don't know if you've seen his signs. They all say Jeb. It's his whole strategy. There's no like slogan or anything. No, it's not about change or returning to America to its values or whatever. It's just Jeb! Exclamation point. I can see you'd make a similar sign for Key, you know, where it's just like, Key! Who do we like? Key! Why do we like him? Key! Why are we voting for Jeb? Jeb! I mean, the guy's named after a Civil War general, for God's sakes. What did I just do, Meredith? I'm so close to the game. Did you notice how much closer I was? It was almost better. Hold on. Let me see if I can recreate that. I can't. It's never going to happen again. It's part of our past. All right. That was a cool thing that happened when I hit a button, and then I hit the same button again, and something different happened because... Oh, that's a great ball. Oh, my God! Get it out of your feet, Frankenstein! What an incredible ball. Just to see that run, it's incredible. Oh, and then Frankenstein, he's disappointing in the end, you got to say. Got to say that you expect Frankenstein to do a little bit better. Here we are in the 86th minute. So I think we're looking at Jeb or Marco Rubio against Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden in the end, because Elena Kagan won't run. But I think she would win if she did. What a great president she would be. It'd be great to have a woman president. It'd also be great to have a president who, you know, just a normal person who's exceptionally like smart and talented and a good critical thinker and listens, but isn't easily swayed, etc. Oh, could have done much better there with pretty much any button other than X. Get to the ball! Oh, he's offside. He also missed the shot, but John Nugent is like, guys, this is not going well. We're up against a far superior enemy. It's true. Sorry about it, Bluebirds, but you've faced the greatest blue team in the world right now, AFC Wimbledon, owned by its fans, supported by all of the greatest Americans and the greatest Brits. Oh, I think that's it, Meredith. We won the game, just like someone is going to be elected president in forever. It's too soon to worry about it. The refugee crisis in Syria is very serious. All right. Sorry, this video got weird at the end. Best wishes.